Hi, welcome to Cataclysm Dark Days Ahead. I've already made a world and a character, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to reset it. I'm going to make a new game, load a preset character, last character, yeah. I deleted my Keybindings file so that I could show you how I set up my Keybindings on the go while I'm playing. Because for me, a lot of the Keybindings in this game are kind of counterintuitive, and they don't help me too much. But look, you got Strength 4, Dex 14. I'm going with Leopard Kung Fu because you do less damage the higher your strength is. Everything scales on your dexterity here. But you know, that's not what this video is about. What I'm gonna go through here and do is I'm gonna change the controls. Alright, for me, like previous item, next item, it makes sense, right? Up and down. But I feel like they should be locally bound so that that's always the case. So next item down, previous item D up, and then next column. See how it's left on the D-pad? That doesn't make any sense to me. Next column I should be right on the D-pad. That removes it from being like select item, but which one of you psychos is selecting items with right on the D-pad, right? You're insane. Previous column, J. Back tab? No, it's left on the D-pad. Not a big mystery here. Save changes. Alright, so now when I go through something, I can just use my D-pad and everything makes sense. Alright, let's find something we actually want. Plastic bottle. I'm gonna hit plus to grab it. Or if I want the whole stack, I can hit L. And that'll even toggle the whole stack. Let's go ahead and talk to this guy, see if he wants to travel with us. He wants me to do a job, get antibiotics for him, not a problem. Probably not gonna do that. Contact us, make a note of the location. That'll let us know everything on the map. Also, speaking of the map, look at the controls for this right here. Zoom. You want to zoom in? You gotta hit capital Z or out. We're gonna change that. Oops. Zoom in. Scroll up. Like this. Day one stuff. Like I shouldn't have changed key binding for this, but I do. Alright, there's another thing that bothers me. When I change key bindings and it asks me if I'm sure I want to change the controls, it's the wrong button. So, okay, here's one that bothers me. Move the view around. If I want to move the view around, it's telling me to use capital letters. Like I'm gonna hold shift and hit all these. That doesn't make any sense. We're gonna go to move view north and change it to up on the D-pad. This conflicts to move north, but I move with the D-pad. I mean the numpad. So numpad, I mean arrow keys. That's good for moving around. But all right. So let's go ahead and change all these. Move view east. D. Around the D-pad. South. View west. H. Yes. And now when I hit escape, I can't change through this with the D-pad or the arrow keys. So what you do is you hit this, the question mark again, pan left and pan right. So C, pan left. That needs to be left. Pan right, D. That needs to be right. So hit escape. I can now use the arrow keys to save changes. Yes. Save changes on the other one that I had to double layer on in order to get this. Alright. Now, our game should be mostly in order. And you should know whenever you run into something how to change your key bindings to help you to make the game, uh, more intuitive for you. Like if you find a different way that's better for you, you now know how to do it. And if I didn't know how to, do a control, like if I didn't know how the peek around corners command, I could find it in here, capital X. Uh, I don't do peek often enough to where I need the key binding to be super convenient, but the capital X is fine. But now I know what peek is, and I know how to find any control. But thanks for watching. All right, before I go, I actually wanted to show you guys how to peek through Z levels. All right, this is very risky to do as well. I'll show you why. You're gonna have to go into the debug menu, internal and experimental 3D field of vision. I don't recommend keeping this on for too long, because as soon as you turn it on, anything you can see you. And let's see. Lowercase x is to like move your view around without moving your character. So now I can hit page down and go down a floor. But you can see that this area is visible. This area right next to the building on the opposite end, which from my perspective isn't very logical. But if a creature were here, they'd be able to see me. So just be careful when you're using this and be aware. And thanks for watching.